everybody, welcome to Tranquil Stitches. My name is Cheryl. Welcome to December 7th and the 7th day of Flossmas 2021. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a good day here. I feel a lot better. You might be able to tell yesterday I wasn't feeling very good, but I'm feeling better today. When I was younger, I used to hear the adults say, well, I have a good day and a bad day. And, you know, when you're young, you don't really physically have that many bad days unless you're sick. But when you get a little older, you can honestly have a bad day physically and you're not sick. So those are the things that I'm learning as I go along. Today, I have this 2022 Needlework Book of Days that Needlework Press put out. I saw this on 1-2-3 Stitch and I just loved the image on the front, and I thought I'm going to get that and see what it's all about. If you are interested in getting this book and you don't want a spoiler, then I would, you know, not watch, because I'm going to go through this. I'm not going to stop at every little thing, but I do want to do a flip through to see what it's about. I've not looked at it, but just briefly. So I thought we would do it together. So it's got this really pretty image of these two young girls. One is sewing. Well, they're both sewing, it looks like, and they're the younger daughter is very interested in what the older girl is doing, and I just think that is beautiful. The furniture and the, you know, so for pleasure and purpose, it is, from what I can tell, it is chock full of, let me bring it up a little bit. It is chock full of like quotes and sayings and really sweet little verses. I still find each day too short for all the thoughts I want to think, all the walks I want to take, all the books I want to read, and all the friends I want to see. And I could add to that all the stitching that I want to do. Property of. This agenda is dedicated in praise and practice of the art of needlework and in memory of Barb Adams of Blackbird Designs, who left the world a better place through her legacy of joy and creativity. I think that is absolutely beautiful. So many precious projects, so precious little time. So what this is, it's a calendar for 2022 each month. There's a place for notes on each month, and then there is a calendar. You could use this to put what you stitched on that day. You could put your stitch counts here. You could put your plans here. You could use this in a variety of different ways. You don't even have to use it for stitching. It's just pretty to look at. But each of the months has plenty of writing space on it, you know, to put what, you know, make it what you need. And like I said, there are so many verses and just lovely little sayings throughout this book. There are also little black and white graphics that make it look, you know, just that more sweet and pleasant. And I like that it includes other needlework, you know, like this says crochet. There's sewing, there's knitting, you know, they have the holidays marked apparently. And there are verses from old samplers, and there are verses from the Bible in it. So that's just beautiful. This is a quote by Hodding Carter. There are only two lasting bequests we can leave our children. One is roots, the other wings. So plenty of things to look at during the month to inspire you and to just, you know, make you smile. And that's what it's all about. The pocket sewing machine, specially adapted for quilting, embroidering, and braiding. 19th century ad. See what they have found? I mean, they just put everything in one place. each one of them above the notes has a little, you could actually cross stitch that, honestly, you really could. This one is a bird, you know, they've got a flower pot and a heart and a little dog. So you could actually stitch those little motifs if you wanted to. A little picnic basket. Remember well and bear in mind, a faithful friend is hard to find. That's a verse they found on a sampler. A little butterfly on the month there. See how pleasant it is just to look at? Like I said, you could use these blocks, you know, to write your new starts, your finishes. There's just a plethora of things, uses for this that you could come up with. Most folks are I've heard this before, it's by Abraham Lincoln. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. I love that quote, and I have used that quote so many times. Take a stitch every day. It is very geared towards needle arts, and, you know, in our community, you can find bits and pieces of things like, for example, for a planner, I use a Happy Planner. They have a Miss Maker Happy Planner, and it has all kinds of different crafts. Very seldom do you find something just for needle arts. That's what I love about this particular book. It's just for needle arts. You know, as far as the sayings and what's offered in it. Blackbird. Here's another sampler verse. A hope of future happiness is a perpetual source of consolation to good men. Under trouble it soothes the mind amidst temptation. Manufacture of perfect 6-cord cotton thread as described in the 1872 book Industries of the United States. Perhaps the modern triumph of no art is more marked than that of making thread now. That's profound if you think about it. So let us welcome peaceful evening in. William Cowper. Peaceful evening. I'm looking forward to some peaceful winter evenings, cuddled up with some soup and cup of tea and my stitching. Look at that little basket. Little scissors down here on December 31st. And at the back, there's an Advanced Planning 2023. Honor the past, celebrate the present, embrace the future. The best is yet to be. Robert Browning. There are charts here. It says vintage charts to use as you will. We can never have enough alphabets or flowers. Irregularities printed directly from antique charts. Feel free to copy and enlarge. There is a graph paper here with an image at the bottom, which is really pretty. So if you wanted to add your initials to something, you wanted to add a little motif to something, you could graph it out yourself here and then stitch it from here. Step forward now with courage new. Thy works are good, thy faith is true. Contacts, addresses, websites, and other useful resources. I mean, just look. How beautiful is that? And on the back, it's more information about, you know, what they had in mind, stitching with our friends, how they decided the cover picture to use on the book. So I just think that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a beautiful tool. It's a beautiful keepsake. Just something to have, you know, just for your needle arts. a lot of us do more than one needle art, right? I know I crochet. A lot of cross stitchers do other things as well. So it's all about the needle and thread in whatever form that takes. So that is what I wanted to show you today. Again, I hope you're having a beautiful December so far. And until I see you tomorrow, happy stitching.